Alright, what's up guys? It's Casey Trades. Just going to do a quick recap from today. Had an absolutely amazing day. First thing we're going to start with is Apple, which was the first trade of the day. So before market open around like 9:15, I sent a 4-hour chart on Apple to my members here. So this is what I saw on Apple. So I initially saw this trend line here, right? So you got 1 point of contact here, 2 points of contact here, 3 makes it a trend. So that would be here, right? So I'll mark this 233 area because you'll see these bottom wicks right here that got bought up right here, 233, same thing right here previously on this big green candle. If I zoom out a little bit, look, rejection, big rejection spot here. So this was a back test of this trend line here on the 4-hour that lined up with that level. So I sent it out pre-market where if it comes down and tests that area, I would look to get calls. So on the 5-minute today, and go down, look at low of day. Look at this call entry. Look at this freaking beautiful entry. Had 233 marked, right? Apple came all the way down. Big red candle at the open. It got this little green candle right here that held. This is where I took the calls, and my stop was that previous candle low just right there. That was my stop. And then beautiful move. This again, look at this trend line right here. This is on the 5-minute, and that trend line's from the 4-hour. Got a nice rip back up, gave the back test and hold of that freaking 4-hour trend line. Beautiful. And then just absolutely ripper into the close. So in 240 calls, November 1st, I sold everything except one runner. And I mean, that was about it. It was a beautiful trend just all day, just scaling out as it went up. After Apple, easy day was a SPY. So I got the MMK zones here, right? Got this bottom green zone here, got the top red zone right there. Auto populates every single freaking day before the market opens up. So I know where my bottom zone is here, and I know where my top zone is here. Look where SPY held and chopped all morning. Look where it rejected later on to the day. Look at that. All it does is mark these previous zones here from previous price action. Look at that high up here from previous session. Look at the low down here. It takes that, marks that zone for the next trading session. So very easy. So KC Algo signaled the long right here. It put the stop, you'll see it's underneath my little yellow level right there. So that previous swing low at 580.3, it signaled the long here on the candle close at 581.3. So it was risking $1 to the downside. So end up taking those calls, got an instant squeeze to the upside, came back, retest, held my level in the orb area, and then got a nice push all the way up here and went to the next MMK zone almost perfectly. So SPY calls and Apple calls 40-50% today. After that, actually during that, was Microsoft. Microsoft was very strong today. I actually shorted Microsoft. So Microsoft, go to the daily time frame, and this 430 area right here. Let me mark that. 429 to 430 area on the daily. Just look at the price action here. Every time it gets in here, big volume kind of steps in there. And today, if you go here, go to Microsoft, look right here at 10:35, get to the 15-minute chart. Look at that. Look at this shooting star directly in the middle of the zone. So when that candle closed here, I took the puts with a target of 425. And so got a nice downside move, popped back up, put in a lower high, and then made that lower low. Got about, 60, ended up hitting this level right here that I had. I wanted 425 at the time, just psych level, whole dollar for the puts that I was in, but got a nice 20% there. So that was Microsoft, and then I took a credit spread on QQQ today. So QQQ got a nice rip in the morning. Let me see if I got the indicator on orb right there. So when it came back, around, I want to say it was here. So on this orb back test, I ended up getting into a put credit spread for 0 DTEs. Got the nice bounce back up, came back down, held it again right here, and then it came back down, accepted into the orb. I was watching 494. If it continued to close under 494, and then if it failed 493, like 50 area, I would open up the reverse side of it, the call credit spread, and be into an iron condor. I was thinking about doing that around this time, and then I just sat on my hands for a little bit to see what would happen right here, and then buying it back up. When they did that, I did enter into a credit spread for tomorrow, actually 1 DTE, entered into an iron condor, and I got to move all the way back up here. That position actually started to go red, and then it pulled back down here into the close, and it closed at this previous high up here, and the account is now overall green. The put credit spread obviously expired for the full profit plus 100% trade, and then the iron condor 1 DTE for tomorrow in QQQ closed at plus 20%. So had a really good day overall across all the accounts. SPY, Apple, Microsoft, QQQ, and then now QQQ Swing. Still in the NVDA calls too. Took a trim today up here when it retested the pre-market high for about $150 per contract gain on the swing that I'm selling for January. It's still just chopping, but it's above 140, which I like. As long as it stays above 140, continue to hopefully make new highs after that. Got plenty of time for these January calls. And that was really it for today, locking in some profits on these trades. So that's it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.